Well, it looks like we're live
Hey,
now.
we're live.
So this is the first episode to kind of hash out and talk about our new venture that we're calling Bearded Theology. Um, I see it as kind of a collaboration and kind of a little bit of fun, doing not only the work that we do in our ministry settings, but kind of the things that we see maybe on social media and throughout all the things that we see, whether it be print, through all sorts of media that maybe we look at on a daily basis. And so I think this is going to be kind of fun. I think we're going to have fun with it and just kind of do whatever we feel led to do. So I'm kind of excited about it.
Yeah, me too. I think it'd be a good avenue to go and process maybe some current events and talk about the funny things we see on a day-to-day basis, and really just kind of throw some things out there and get people to talk and enjoy conversation with one another and the things that they do in life.
Yeah, and I think that that's going to be the good thing about this is that we're using this as kind of um, an avenue, not only for our friendship to kind of connect over a medium that we are obviously very far away from each other, so we can't really get to hang out and have a couple of beers and just talk about whatever it is we've got going on. We can actually through this media be able to have those kind of conversations that we would have if we lived, close by. And I think this will be a great thing for people to see and how healthy relationships can flourish over the internet. And I think that that's going to be one of the cool things that will add to this and be able to build together.
I think so, and I think it's a healthy place to, like, say, show how non-traditional relationships can be uh, fruitful and flourish. Because I think we're going to begin to see more and more relationships that aren't next door to each other in the future, and be able to teach people how, or show people that it can be done well.
So, I know, like, for when we have these conversations, there's no real topic that's off the table. And so we'll probably talk a little bit of everything from, um, you know, Albuquerque Isotopes baseball to, um, the New Orleans Zephyrs baseball to Destiny, to, actual deep theological conversations that we agree to share space on. And I think that that's going to be one of the cool things with this is that we'll be able to have not just one little niche, but we'll be talking about a little bit of everything that our lives are involved in, because our lives are not just the church. Our lives are outside of the church. We have family things. We have things that we like to do, and I think that that's one thing that we can continue to build upon and continue to talk about, and maybe give hope for people that maybe are looking for ways to kind of just share with one another.
I think so, and I hope as people watch, I hope we have viewers. I hope it's not just me and you. I hope folks out there find us entertaining, but entertaining enough to maybe throw ideas out there of topics they want us to discuss or dig deeper into. I think that would be pretty neat. Be fun conversations for later dates.
Yeah, and that's going to be the deal. It's going to take us a while to kind of really get the ball rolling and get the feel of what we're really trying to do with this. We have tons of ideas, but in a sense of just actually honing in and like, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're gonna just throw things up against the wall and see what sticks and what we like to do, and then we'll just kind of go from there. We don't really have a plan for this. We're still in the process of learning, and we want to point people to some of the content that we'll be posting on the website and through Instagram and through other social media avenues, to be able to just kind of share with you what is good. And I think that that's going to be the thing that I hope we establish, that we really spend time on what is good, because so much of social media nowadays is negative.
Mhm.
And I mean, you can't, it's hard to look on your Facebook post and your page and to see, posts in a row that are positive, uplifting posts or funny, stuff that's just funny, but tasteful funny, not stuff that could be deemed offensive or stuff that would be really inappropriate for someone to see. And I hope that with this, we'll create a little space where we can share the good in this world that is out there, and that there are plenty of spaces where we can shine the light for the world to see. And I hope that that's something that, as we put this together and develop this, something that we do together, and then whoever else we bring to our bearded theological conversation.
I hope that we can find, for folks who don't have beards, a crocheted beard, so they fit in.
And maybe if we have guests, maybe that's kind of, and if they don't have a beard, maybe that'd be the requirement that they have to wear the crocheted beard just to be part of the conversation. And that we do have a few boundaries that that's a part of. And so if we have a host or a guest, maybe we kind of say, hey, this is kind of the deal. I mean, it wouldn't be bearded theology if it wasn't such, and to have fun. I mean, I think that that's the whole deal, is that we're trying to have fun with this.
Oh, I think so.
And for those people that know us, and to know the connection that you and I have, to be able to share with the world some humor, but in a way that is good and tasteful, and that people can just find a little corner in the world that maybe they'll binge watch us someday. Like, that would be awesome. How cool would it be that people say, like, I've got to binge watch bearded theology from the very beginning to wherever we are now. And I think that that's going to be the cool thing as we continue to develop this, and to see where it goes and see where the Spirit leads us, because we know that this is something we want to do for fun, and it's something that we're going to do to kind of help us in the world that we live in, to not only vent and to have a safe space where we can just have conversation, but to then also point to some of the fun things that we have going on in the world. And I think that that's I think it's going to be healthy for us, and I think it will be healthy for people to see how this can flourish in a positive way, where we're not just bashing whomever or being negative, that we can truly focus this to be positive with a fun kind of taste and spill.
Oh, I definitely think so. I don't think either one of us are prone to go down that negative route anyways. We tend to keep it on the light end of things, and be real with what's going on, but also find the hope that's involved in it as well. So I think you're right. I hope people binge watch us. I hope if we ever get, if that ever happens and they go back to this episode, they don't just turn it off. But I do. I'm like you. I hope we can offer people a space, a corner in their little world to get away, to have a good time, find some hope, and maybe laugh a little bit. That would be cool.
I agree, and I think that that's the thing that we'll work towards, to be able to have that for people, to really provide a space for them to maybe who knows, even grow in their faith, which is what you and I are really definitely both about, to deepen people's commitment to Christ. But I also think that with that being said, I think we can have a lot of fun in the midst of that, seriousness. So I know we'll have some serious conversation, and we'll look at some things, and we'll have some fun together and playing good cop, bad cop situations. And then we'll go straight from that to talking about like Burn Notice, or whatever other show that we decide that we want to watch. And then I also think that one of the things that we can try to figure out is how to bring on maybe our spouses, and kind of get them through the conversations, the things that brought us together, and how we can maybe, like, with the bridging of our families, we did the one vacation together, and I thought it was a success. I mean, I thought so. And who knows where that may lead. And I think that may be like a whole fun thing too, that we can add to who we are. in this world that we live in.
I think so. I think it was successful. My wife asked me the other day when it was on the calendar for this year. So,
Well, since I'm coming out to New Mexico in November to preach at your CCYM, I think that might be the way that we handle that, is that we just make that part of the deal. Either we work it out in some way, shape, or form. I think that'd be kind of a fun deal. We'll be able to do a couple of live shows, like an actual physical live show where you and I are together, and we'll figure out ways to do this. And when we're at World Methodist Conference, it's going to be a whole different. Like, we're going to have some fun with that, and we may have to find a way to earn some money to get some GoPros for us. I mean, I don't know. So if anybody wants to donate to us, just talk to us and we'll figure it out so we can buy a GoPro for this little venture that we're trying to do.
We will put your money to good use.
Yes. So I think we should probably wrap it up for this first one, and work to kind of get everything still on the ground. We do have a website. It's beardedtheologians.com, and we're slowly putting that together and slowly kind of imagining what that can be. And so right now there is no content on there, and that was almost intentional, if not almost hilarious in its own right, that we got nothing. What theologian has nothing to say?
That's right.
We'll also have Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, and if we can ever figure out how to do a multi Snapchat account, maybe we'll have some kind of multi Snapchat account. But as for now, this is the kickoff, and so I'm hoping and praying that this leads to something that'll be a lot of fun, because we joked about it in the beginning. Like, I mean, a year ago we were joking about this, and now we're in a kind of a fury of just silliness. We put it together while we were playing Destiny, and
we're in our living room in our pajamas at 1:30 or 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah, and we're doing this because we just want to have some fun, and I think that's when we can do that and bring that and show that to the world, maybe we can help bring people a bright light in their world, and that's just kind of one of the things I like to do. So
I would agree. So check us out. Maybe put a link right here so I don't look weird when I'm pointing.
Or like right there. I don't have a sheet of paper that I can hold up and say, beardedtheologians.com. Check us out on the things that we're going to try to do, and join us in this little venture that we're starting.